Hello everyone, welcome to Santosh sir classes, and let's begin with marketing management MCO-06, and one by one we'll be trying to solve the 3 years question paper of marketing management. And in this particular video we'll be solving this December 23 exam solution, and I'm damn sure you will be getting a lot of support and help by solving all these three years question paper. So let's start with December 2023 solutions, and let's see the first question. You have to attempt in any 5 questions out of 9 questions, and each question carries 20 marks. Okay, fine. So first question is briefly explain various stages involved in the consumer buying decision process. And let's see first what is this consumer behavior all about. Basically, buyer's behavior refers to the behavior that a consumer displays during the purchasing or consumption of a product or services. And while displaying this behavior, he shows a lot of there are a lot of factors which affect his decisions. And basically this question asks for the stages, like what are the different stages that the buyer goes through while taking the purchasing decision. So basically these 5 stages are here. The first stage is need arousal. That means the buyer must feel the need for the product or service, because unless and until he feels the need, he will not be he will not go for the purchase. So he should feel that need, necessity. The second one is he will search for the information through various sources, maybe from the market, from the internet. So he will collect the informations regarding his purchase. So what type of goods or services that you want to consume. So accordingly, he will search for the information. Then he will evaluate all the information collected and will choose the best alternative that suits his budget and his basic satisfaction level. The fourth one is actual purchase decision. Now this, at the 4th stage, he takes the final decision of purchasing that particular commodity. And lastly, post-purchase behavior. That means giving feedback, how he feels after consuming the particular goods and services that he has bought. So that is post-purchase behavior. So this is what you have to, explain, giving the examples. Friends, it's not sure like this question has come in the December exam, and you won't get that in the June exam too. So I will advise you to prepare all these questions. All these questions, it can also strike in the June level exam. Okay, so let's move on to second question. What is marketing information system? It is also known as MIS system. And explain the major components of marketing information system, giving examples. Let's try to find out, as the name implies, market information system, it is basically a process by which data from the market is collected, analyzed, evaluated and transformed to make useful for the management of a company to take decisions. So basically collecting information from the market, and basically this is done by the marketing manager. So there are a lot of sources from where he can collect market information and provide the useful information to the management so that they can take proper decisions. Okay, and then we have the major components. Before moving on to the components, you can also go through this one. What are the different factors for developing an effective marketing information system? So firstly, the company or the marketing manager has to identify the type of information that he needs to collect. Okay, and then what are the resources or sources available to collect these informations? Then he will do the evaluation of the information collected, and after that he will choose the best source of information, and lastly he will supply the information to the top management so that they can take a good decision. And let's move on to the components. Component of MIS. The first component is internal reporting system. Now every company has a system of reporting events and decisions within the organization, and this system is known as internal reporting system. And basically this system refers to the information that is being supplied to the management to take decisions. So like this system only works inside the organization. That's why it is called internal. And the second component or element is marketing intelligence system. So now this intelligence system comprises of different dealers, salesmen, customers, from where the marketing manager can collect information. The third component is marketing research system. So now this system aims at collecting information relating to a specific marketing problem. So basically the marketing manager does a sort of research in the market to collect information, and there are various types of research that he can do in the market, and then accordingly he will supply the information to the top management. The fourth component is analytical marketing system. Now basically it is concerned with building and using the market models and techniques to analyze the information available to the organization. And basically we are the marketing manager does a sort of analysis of the whole marketing system and tries to collect information from that. So these are the four main components of MIS. Very important question for this June exam. The third question, define market targeting and explain the procedure on how to target different markets. Very common questions, quite a lot of time it comes in the exam. First of all, try to understand what is market targeting. Now basically market targeting, it can be defined as a set of buyers sharing common needs or characteristics that the company decides to serve. And basically a company targets some specific market or consumers to sell its product and services, which in other terms is known as market targeting. That means the company is fixing up the target, some specific target by way of market or consumers. Now, what are the different procedures of market targeting? Basically these four process of marketing targeting are there. The first one is concentrated marketing. Now in concentrated marketing, the resources, as we know, are limited and the competition is quite tough. And here the company does a sort of concentrated marketing. That means it focuses on a particular market or a particular group of customers, and from there it tries to sell out its product and services to them. Then the second process is differentiated marketing. Now in this strategy, several markets are divided into different segments, and each segment is then again analyzed, and accordingly the strategy is formed for targeting. The third one is just the opposite of the second one, that is undifferentiated marketing. And basically this marketing strategy is done for making the cost a bit lower, and here they randomly select the market and does the marketing job. And lastly, choosing a product, like which type of product is to be sold to which type of market. So according to the buyer's behavior, their income levels, their literacy rates, the markets are targeted. Now, how to find the potentiality of a target market? This question is also very, a very unique question. And basically the company, makes an analysis of all these type of, factors like segment size, measurability, attractiveness, accessibility, objectives. So all these factors are considered before, finding how much potential the target market has. Okay, let's move on to question number 4. Differentiate between product and services, and what are the different challenges that are being faced by the marketing or in marketing of services. So difference between product and service, it's a very easier one, not very difficult one. And let's move on to this one, challenges of marketing services. Basically, as we know that services are intangible, we cannot see them. So that creates a problem, because as far as goods are concerned, these are tangible, we can see them, we can touch them, but services are intangible. So it's very difficult to market the things which you can't see, you can't move. So these are the basic problems faced by the service sectors. The first one is these are inseparable from the service holders. I mean, the service providers, they have to be present physically to provide the services. Secondly, services are heterogeneous. Different service providers of the same category may provide different quality of services. So that is one big problem there. The third one is services are intangible in nature. Just now I explained you about this. Fourth one, no ownership. You just can't own the services as compared to the product. In product, we can own the product after making the payment, but in services, it's not the case. Fifth one is services are perishable. That means once you use the service, it will perish. It will gone forever. Now again, you have to pay and take the services. Like for example, while visiting the doctor, so you have to pay the fees again and again, like in how many times you visit the doctor. And the sixth one is problems in measuring the services. As in case of goods or product, we can easily measure the product. We can convert that into different units, but in services we just can't do that. Let's move on to question number 5. Very important question, very common question, and almost in every exam you get this question on channel conflict. And this question particularly asks for writing the causes of channel conflict and what measures or remedies are available to solve this conflict. So as the name implies, channel conflict, that means conflict in the distribution channel. I mean the retailers, wholesalers, dealers, they are in conflict with one another. So that will basically, disrupt the service, the distribution network of the company. So it's very important that this conflict should be avoided and should have a good solution. Now let's see what are the different causes of this channel conflict. The first one is goal incompatibility. That means, different dealers have different goals. So when there are clashes of goals and objectives, there comes the channel conflict. Okay. The second one is the ambiguous roles. That means different channel partners have different roles, and if their roles are not crystal clear to each other, so there will be overlapping of the roles and functions. So that will result in conflict. The third one is different market perceptions. Different dealers, different middlemen, different intermediaries, they have different perception about the market, about the consumer taste and preferences. So accordingly, they usually and easily come in conflict with one another. The fourth one is manufacturer dominance over intermediaries. So basically, it's a very common reason. The manufacturer, the producer, the company, basically they try to dominate the intermediaries, and they charge different prices to different intermediaries, or maybe provide different type of services to different dealers. So that creates a problem. So this partiality from the company side creates conflict. Then there is a change resistance, that many times the channel partners within the distribution channel may restrain from adopting the changes. So if a company wants to make the changes and the dealers are not ready to accept the change, so there will be a conflict. So that is change resistant. Then due to lack of proper communication. Now this is, communication is one of the most important reason for any type of conflict and disputes. So this communication network and system should be very, very proper as far as this conflict is concerned. And lastly, market misalignment. Different marketing strategies among the channel partners may bring differences between them. So that creates a problem. Now let's see, due to this conflict, there are so many consequences that the company has to face, and ultimately the dealers and intermediaries too. The first one is price war. They start, increasing or decreasing the prices now and then. So that creates a problem. And there will be decrease in the sales of the company. Ultimately, the company will suffer the damage. The customer will be dissatisfied, and that would result in, a bad reputation of the company, and poor public relations. That again hamper the goodwill, and distributors exit. That means a lot of dealers and distributors, they may get exit from the channel due to conflict. Okay, let's see a few techniques of managing this channel conflict. First of all, the company should have a common goal towards all the dealers, whatever he is. And the second one is the company can exchange the employees to avoid this conflict. It can also, frame trade associations, which are specialized institutions to handle this type of conflict. The communication should be regular, very clear, and very proper with the channel partners. Then there should be fair pricing. That means the prices charged to all the dealers should be same. So the company has to keep this in mind. Then there are some legal procedures to handle this type of conflicts if it is a very severe type of conflict. There is a sort of co-optation where the experts can be consulted to handle the conflict. With the help of diplomacy, mediation and arbitration also these conflicts can be solved. So these are few techniques of handling this type of conflicts. The next question, 6 part A, what are the factors involved in setting the prices? So when you set prices of the product and services, so what factors you consider? Now I have written here 7 factors. The first is cost of production. That is obvious, everybody knows about this. The second one is competitors' price. So whatever the prices that are fixed by the competitors, and accordingly the company can fix its price of the product. Then demand for the product. How is the demand? If the demand is high, that means the company can ultimately set the price at a higher value. And fourthly, object of the firm. Like what is the objective of the firm? Whether to sell more or to earn more. So like that. And what are the incomes of the consumers of that particular market? So accordingly, it can set the prices low or high. And lastly, government regulations. Like tax rates and the different type of duties, so that can also be analyzed before setting the prices. And lastly, marketing method, which type of marketing method that the company chooses, direct, indirect, through wholesalers, dealers, retailers, so like that. Okay, the next question, part B, discuss the various geographical pricing strategy with the help of suitable example. This is one of the very important question. And these geographical pricing strategies can be of 5 types. The first one is FOB, origin pricing, and FOB stands for free on board. Now in this method, the customer has to bear the entire transportation cost and other cost, including the insurance and unloading. And because geographical pricing, where different states or different countries are involved here, so goods are transported from one state to another or from one country to another. So that gives rise to FOB. Then we have a uniform delivered pricing. That means the pricing to all the customers is same, irrespective of the region. Then we have zone pricing. Different zones have different prices. Like for example, in India we have North India, South India. So the prices of the product can be set according to the different zones. So the company can divide a particular country into different zones and does the price. Fourthly, basing point price. Now in this method of pricing, the company selects a particular city or town as a base price. And this particular city or town should not be the prices should not fluctuate. They should be constant for a period of time, so that it can be taken as a base, and accordingly it will set the price for the other cities. Last one is freight absorption pricing. Now in this method, a company charges only the sale price and does not charge anything additional to the customer as freight charges. So only whatever the cost that the company is incurring will be included in the selling price. Okay, so fine. I hope you have understood this. Very simple. Then we have question number 7. What is promotion mix? And discuss the factors that affect the promotion mix of a company. So as we know, promotion mix, where the company does sort of advertising, publicities to promote sales, to increase the sales, and it can consider different factors before before adopting this promotion mix strategy. So these are the factors. 5 factors are here. The first one is type of product. What is the type of product? Whether it is consumer durable or FMCG or perishable product. So different types of product are there, and accordingly the promotion strategies are set. Then we have nature of market. What is the nature of market? Characteristics of customers, their income, their buying behavior, and accordingly the company does the or select the advertising media. Third one is stage of product in its cycle. So basically a product passes through 4 stages. So out of these 4 stages, in which stage the product is now, whether in the introductory stage or in the middle stage or in the maturity stage or in the declining stage. So accordingly, the type of advertisement or promotion mix is fixed up. The fourth one is available budget, how much budget the company can afford. So this is one of the very important factor. Budget, it's about money, how much the company can spend on the promotion work. And lastly, company policy. What is the policy of the company? Whether it likes to do advertisement or just believe in the its sales force. Okay, let's take question number 8. Question number 8, you have to write the difference between micro environment and macro environment. I hope this is also easier question. Micro deals with only one individual or the internal affairs of the internal organizations. And macro environment basically deals with the external forces which affect the operations of the enterprise. And like that, there are so many variables of micro and macro environment are there which affect the business. We will be studying in detail in the forthcoming videos. Now these are a few macro environmental factors which can influence the organization marketing system. The first one is physical environment. Now as we know, different types of resources are there, and how much resources are available to the company, the climate, the mineral, the coal, so all these things are taken into account. So they can easily affect the operations of the organization. Second one, technological environment. How is the technology in the place where the organization is being operated? So if they use advanced technology or so they can accordingly that will influence the operation of the business enterprise. Then we have political and legal environment. If there is political stability, everything is settled, there are no wars, no disputes, then the environment is good for doing business. So accordingly, the company can make adjustments. Then economic environment, it basically consists of taxes and the different type of finances and like all the matters related with the economy, finance. So if these are good, these are favorable for the company, so it can easily grow and develop. Then we have demographic environment. Like a demographic means the type of people and their literacy rate and the death rate and the density of population. So all these are a part of demographic environment. So all these forces of demographic are analyzed by the marketing manager before framing strategies. Then we have socio-cultural environment. This is also very important type of environment which affect the business operations. So the society, the culture, the tradition, the people follow, the type of the religious practices that the people do. So all these things have to be analyzed by the company experts. Okay, let's move on to next question. Question number 9, part A, market segmentation. Again, a very, very important question. Basically, market segmentation is defined as a process of dividing the total market into several smaller markets or groups. And the member of each group is similar with respect to their demands. That means dividing the market into smaller segments. So that is called market segmentation. And why it is done? Basically, a company can use the marketing resources more efficiently after doing this type of division. The second one, to understand the needs and demands of the customers, it can also increase the sales and profit of the company, and it can also help to beat the competition. So like that, there are so many benefits of market segmentation. I think each and every company do this function of market segmentation. Few requirements are there for effective market segmentation. How a company do that? What are the basic essential requirements? The first one, it should be measurable, and it should be sufficient in size, and it should be stable. It should not be very flexible, not changeable, and this segmentation should be accessible, that the marketing manager or the marketing researcher can easily access the market, and it can frame the strategy accordingly. It should be differentiable. That means the different segments should be different. They should not be the same. Otherwise, it is difficult to to analyze the market. And it should be actionable. Okay, and let's move on to the next question: consumer behavior. As we know, like buyer's behavior refers to the behavior. Just now I told you about this in the question number 1 about buyer's behavior, and this question: what are the different factors that influence the buyer's behavior? So these 4 factors are there which affect the buyer's behavior. The first one is psychological factor, and before a buyer makes a decision of purchase, so all these factors work for him. That is motivation, perception, and learning. So these are all psychological factors that the consumer or the buyer exhibit before making a purchase decision. Then some personal factors are there, like age, occupation, and income. And according to all these factors, the buyer buy different type of goods and services. There are some social factors, tradition, religious regions for this, for which he makes a purchase. Some cultural factors are also there which you can describe. So like this. Then the next short note is on pricing objectives. What are the pricing objectives of the company? It's very simple one. Basically, pricing is done to maximize profit, to maximize return on investment, to maximize sales volume, to beat the competitors and achieve a good share of market, and to survive in the market. So these are different objectives of pricing. To prevent competition to our left, and to stabilize the price. That means the prices of the product and services should not change very frequently. This is the last question of this video. Retail management, you are required to write a short note on this. And basically retail management here, the retailers do a sort of research, or the retailers here have to manage their outlet properly to increase the sales and profit. And basically this retail management is done by big super bazaars or supermarkets, where the turnover is high and also the investment is high. So they have to appoint some specialist marketing marketing people. So they do retail management because there are different functions attached with it, like selling, distribution, after sales service, logistics is there. So all these things you can write in this retail management. So friends, that's all in this video, and in the next video we'll be doing this June 2023 solution. And I hope, like, whatever the things that I have explained today in this video, I'm sure it is going to help you to write in the exams. So thank you very much for watching this. And before going, I would request all the subscribers and those who have not subscribed, kindly subscribe, and also click that bell icon so that you will get the notification whenever I upload a new video. So thank you once again. Take care.